Greetings, fellow traders. Bob here to have the daily market wrap for Tuesday, May the 4th, 2021. I hope everybody had a great trading day today, and I hope May the 4th was with you. So, this is brought to you by Positive Trends Research. Everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So, please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, well, let's check and see where we left off the market here today. So, SPX, red candle on the monthly chart. We were just talking about those last night. If you didn't see last night's show, definitely check the link at the end of this video. Weekly chart, guys. I brought out the Keltner channel in here just to double check a couple things. So we did test that one here today. Some pretty cool stuff there. But under the upper Bollinger Band here was a potential bearish divergence. So a little bit of caution off of that. We might talk about some of those on indicators here this week on our series. The only interesting thing, right, is we had we did have a lower shadow here. We did break the 80 at May, but we had a pretty big push up there and a pretty big MOC on the close. In terms of volume, we did have increased volume in this area, and we technically did close below those levels, but it's hard for me to get short with a big lower shadow like that. I'd rather just see if we can break down below those levels and see where we go from there. The other thing that I've got is a bullish wave count on this thing still here on the SPX. You can see right here, very possible, and we've been kind of tracking this one, right? So we had this, wave 1, 2, 3, ABC wave 4. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4 truncated wave 5 for wave 1, ABC down wave 2, and we could be getting ready to go up here in a wave 3 of 5, right? So definitely keep an eye on it. If we end up down a little bit tomorrow, watch the 618, right? But mostly we just want to make sure we don't get past this level right here, because this also could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Of kind of like an ABC down, or the final wave down of a flat. So if we do go down tomorrow, as long as we don't take out this level, we should, generally should still be bullish. But if we stay in this level, we start to reverse off of a 618. If we pull back, then watch for a potential slingshot up to get that wave 3 move. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. Let's take a look at the ES. So S&P futures today, guys. Great short opportunity at the open. We pointed this out in the group. We lost the geometric line pre-market and getting a nice move down here once we cross the into the single prints. That gave us a nice move here this morning. Big dip by once we cross the signal zone inside 60 up through there, right? And just a nice push. So let's see with the MES. And again, we drew the geometric lines earlier. Key is just going to be get through this geo line here tonight if they can, and then try to get constructive over that. Let's see with the Qs. So the Qs. Again, big drop below our level that we pointed out in the bubble report here this morning. A little bit of a dip by here into the close. Let's see if that gets any follow through going into tomorrow. The IWM, same thing. We lost a major support zone right here that now could become resistant. So a little bit of caution there on the IWM going in tomorrow. I wasn't too worried about a big market sell-off because the XLF was a huge dip by early, right? And it held its geometric lines pretty well, right? So that was pretty nice here. We talked about the lunchtime hour, and we ended up closing over the 15-warp high. So as long as the banks are strong, I'm not too worried about the market completely flushing. So I wasn't surprised to see the dip by on that there today. So good stuff there. Let's take a look at a couple of our favorite names to look at. So we got Apple. So Apple actually had a really rough day today. So it gave a little bit of a bounce, but not much. And this type of increased volume day is scary, right? So we talked about this, a big pierce of the cloud right here. We ended up filling the gap, so it bounced off the 50-day moving average. Any more push under today's lows could really get going and possibly get the 200-day moving average. So a little bit of caution on Apple. Tesla, guys, down 11 points. It was down 20-something points here today, I believe, and ended up giving us a lower shadow. Again, we've been pretty bearish on Tesla since it, obviously shifted trend. We've been down below the downward trend line. There's also the possibility that we could be filling this gap off of the zigzag symmetrical move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll see how that goes going into the rest of this week and where we go from there. So other names that are on the radar: Boeing. Pretty interesting dip by area today on Boeing. I talked to Paul about this one here. He liked the 618 retrace off of this, but check this out, guys. I think you guys are gonna like this one. So this was a beautiful short at the open. Lost the signal zone with some momentum here this morning. Gave us a nice move down, but what a great dip by off of this thing. Really incredible stuff. Inverse head and shoulders, breakout, and a nice move on Boeing. So good stuff there. Another one that's on a lot of people's minds or eyes is Twitter. So Twitter looking pretty interesting right here. A bunch of dip buyers yesterday. We're down 18 cents here today, so I mean, obviously they can hold, they can hold longer than I'm interested in holding, but I'd rather wait for a setup. Right now we're getting kind of choppy here, so I still wouldn't be surprised if we broke down and tested the 200-day moving average before working its way back up. But I would at least, if I was going to get long, I know a lot of folks are buying into this, but if I was going to get long, I'd at least like to see a green candle with some increasing volume would be nice. So we'll see how that goes there on Twitter. A couple names after hours that had a little bit of action here. So we got ATVI, so Activision. Gaming name, right, with earnings, I believe, here after hours. So a big spike on that one. We'll see where that ends up going into tomorrow. MTCH. Match.com, Match Group, a little bit of an up move after hours, so you can keep an eye on that one. And Lyft, I believe, reported after hours today. So they had a loss, but a worse loss than expected. But of course, they spiked up on that one. See where this one ends up tonight, and where we go tomorrow, and then we might have this fresh for the bubble report going into tomorrow. So, but anyway, guys, good stuff. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys at the for YouTube live stream later. And until then, stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.